EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams fighting for one berth in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. Let's do it. It's NFC Championship time. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Run here for J.D. McKissick. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Down by Trey Boston.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Levante Davis. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's now 3rd and 4.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll start the drive with Love here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, here's Love. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 55 yards. And Washington has taken the lead.
On for the extra point.
So on this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can't you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Show it. All right, go a lot. Check nine. Back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right, 58, right there. All day, dog. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch QB drop. All right, for a lot. QB drop. 58, boys, 58.
From the 22, Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Love. Space to maneuver at the 40. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
At the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
6-yard line.
Come on. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Here's Bridgewater. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. And it keeps moving.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 1.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal. Box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't help them.
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
K1 short on the stop.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
3rd and long.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's third down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To
Bryce Love
Touchdown,
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Now Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. The 20.
They're not even trying to do
and
anything.
He will score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Panthers 44, Washington 20.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K-Wan short, breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
3rd down.
To throw, Kaepernick. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
You'll get
Dante Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Panthers.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Washington.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
91. Monday. Check 15. Check.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. He'll look underneath here for Love. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Troy Pride. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. Got his target, Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run.